Hey guys, Ninja here, and welcome back to some more Enigmatica 8. In this episode, we show off some spawn upgrades. We've added a few buildings in front of the spawn structure. We're calling these starter homes. Not much to them. They're kind of a basic design of my starter home. Have a derp moment, but I completely forgot about the industrial foregoing block breaker. Build a compass, and not just any compass. We need a meteorite compass from AE2. And finally get started on our mega base. I haven't changed too much around the base since the previous episode, but we'll take a look at a few things that I have updated. One of the things that I've done was rework these drives that we created in the previous episode. So I got rid of the priority, so everything is at 0 now, and it seems to be load balancing a little bit better like that. I also finally took the time to make some patterns for the mechanism cables that we use quite a bit. I honestly don't know why I haven't done this already. I'm just finally tired of creating them manually. The other thing that I've done is work on our pedal setup. And I've updated this twice now, and I had a bit of a dirt moment, to be honest. So I was trying to use the plant gather as noted in the previous episode, and that wasn't working. But I completely forgot about the industrial foregoing block breaker. And this does work. So you can see I've added a block breaker, an extra chest, which is automatically pulling everything out into this chest, and then pulling them out and pushing me into these tier 3 crafters from RF Tools. And if we take a quick peek at these, you can see I've already got the recipes set up. Each one of these tier 3s can accept 8 recipes. And I have a filter so it only takes those items so it don't pull in stuff that can't be crafted. And I've done that to both. So we have them 8 recipes for the 16 different colors that we can get from our pedals. And we'll just grab a few of these so I can show you how it works. And we're still manually putting our bone mill in here for now, as well as inputting our pedals. And as long as it's turned on, it'll auto start planting. It'll start breaking the block. Now occasionally you'll mess up, maybe not have bone mill, or it'll start breaking before it bone mills, and it'll start putting pedals in here, which is why I put this as a little bit of a gate. So if any pedals do get in here, we can just pull them out, run them back through, or put them over in our pedal chest. We don't really have a need for this on and off anymore, or we may, but we'll leave it for now. I haven't really changed anything. This is a mess of a setup, but it works. And we'll just let that run because we don't really need to do anything. And you can see that it's sending those over here because that's where the yellow's filtered. It crafts it so quick and pulls it out you don't even see it. Well, you saw a little bit. And then it's pulling it out the top and bringing it back around to the pedal chest. But you can see that number going up. And that's pretty much all I've done around the base. Let's head over to our mega base location so I can show you the finished, well, it is far from finished, but we did finish laying those blocks on our mega base platform that we're working on. So we'll head over there. So we're back over at our mega base location, and the first thing you'll probably notice is that we flipped our shaders back on. And as long as we're over here building and working on our mega base, we'll use them until we start having issues like we do at our starter base. You'll also notice that I have finished the top of the platform out, but I have not started on the courtyard like we talked about in the previous episode. And the reason being is I want to get our structures in place first and then build a courtyard around those. It wouldn't make sense to put all the work into building a courtyard, which takes a lot of time for an area this big, and then cover it all with structures. I also have not figured out exactly how I want to do the bottom and tie it into the worlds. Should we connect it to some of these columns? Should we build separate columns or a combination? Definitely let me know if you guys have any ideas. I have my own ideas, but I'm always open to suggestions. We also need to figure out what we're going to do with finishing up the sides. Is this good enough? To me, it looks a little flat, even though it's got a nice 3-dimensional touch going interior. I think we should add another block or two of stuff coming out. So make it look more like this right here, a combination of this and this. And I think that will be a nice extra little touch. But at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and jump into a time lapse and get started on the next section. Many building hours later, I'm excited to present phase 1 of our mega base structure. It's far from being done, especially the interior. The interior hasn't been touched at all. But the exterior, except for the very top, and doing some decorative changes here and there that I noticed, is for the most part completed. Like, one of the things that I changed was tripling the slab. Originally it was only 1 row, and I think it looks better with 3. We've added a whole lot of these little nature areas, and this one specifically has a nice little pool. We'll probably get some fish spawned in here and tag them so they don't despawn. There's some more nature areas right here. These weren't big enough for trees, so I didn't plant any trees there. And then we have a larger one that wraps around this whole side of the building. It took me a few tries, but I finally figured out a design I like for these beams. And I also ended up double slabbing this beam right here and getting rid of the concrete that was running along the bottom. And I think it looks much better this way. In the time lapse, you probably noticed it set up the other way. Up here, you'll see another nature area that's sitting on top of what will be the top floor of the base and a jut out from my primary workshop. So I have a nice little viewing deck. And there is another pond here, and fish have been spawning in here as well. So we're going to tag a few so we have some permanent ones. And this is probably the most unfinished part of the base. And my original thoughts here was to turn this into a nature area and then turn this into like a private residence on top of the base. My buddy suggested an airstrip with a garage with planes in it, which is also a good idea. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, definitely let me know in the comments and we'll figure something out together. Also need some help with the platform itself. Should we turn it into a floating island or tie it into some of these rock formations or something else altogether? Let me know what you guys think and we'll decide on a path forward. If you can't tell by now, the theme of this building is futuristic eco. As far as inspiration, I just looked at different pictures online of other Minecraft buildings that weren't Minecraft related, and just kind of mashed them together and put my own unique twist on it. So it's mostly an original structure with inspiration from other buildings. On the inside, you'll see that it's completely gutted. It's just an empty shell of a building. So we have I think 7 floors, not including the residence at the top or garage or something else. Not including that area up there. There's should be room for 7 floors if my math worked out. But as we have found in this series, my math isn't the best. But we'll see as we go. The only part of the interior that is finished is this little causeway, which I wanted to show you guys. And this has probably the second best view in the building as of right now. And it's really nice. I like the all glass floor and walls. If we go up here, you can see the other viewport. The floor isn't in or the ceiling, but you can at least see the view, which is probably the best view in the building. Over the next few episodes, what we're going to be working on is setting up a primary power source and our applied energistic systems. That's right, we're finally going to get into AE2, which in my opinion, you know, some people may disagree or hate on this, but it's superior to refined storage. Sorry, it just is. It's a little bit more complicated, but I like complex. It's a fun mod, and I've got a crazy design and plans for this building. But I think we've checked about everything there is to check out here. So let's head on back to the starter base, because there's some things I want to get into before we end the episode. Now that we're back over at the starter base, I want to start getting ready to getting to AE2 over the next couple of episodes. And to do that, we need to build a compass. And not just any compass, we need a meteorite compass from AE2. And to build that, we're going to need a charged search quartz, which we get from charging it in a charger. So if we go take a look, because I've already built it, it's really simple to make. It just requires iron and some copper. And in order to power it, because AE2 has its own power system, we need to create an energy acceptor, which will take any type of power source that I've ever ran into in Minecraft, and we'll convert it to AE energy. And this isn't regular glass, this is quartz glass. The rest is just iron and copper. And quartz glass is made from quartz dust and regular glass. So not complicated at all. And I've got a spot over here for it. So we're going to pop that down right there and then tie in our charger to that. And it does need to be on the top or the bottom. It won't work if it's on the back or the sides. And you can see that it has a power. So let's go ahead and stick a crystal in there. I'm sorry, but I am completely mesmerized and distracted by this Enderman eye with my shaders turned on. I forgot that I left my shaders turned on, so we will not go in the other room because our pneumatic craft chamber freaks out with our shaders turned on. And it does look like it's already charged. So now we can build our compass. And we got a investment for that. And the reason we needed that compass is we need to go find our presses. And there's 4 of them. And we'll just take a quick peek at those. So you have the inscriber calculation press, the engineering press, the logic press, and the silicone press. So we need to go find however many meter it takes to find these 4 presses, because sometimes you'll have overlaps of the same one. Sometimes you get multiple in one. So it may take 2 or 3 at least to find all 4. So let's go hunting for some presses, and it looks like the nearest one is that way. So we finally found one, and it looks untouched. The first couple that I read into looked like my buddy had already raided, but this one looks unrated. So let's go ahead and vein mine it, because we'll keep the sky stone. We'll go down one more time. Ooh, fluid block. Ooh, those will be very useful. I forgot that they started doing that. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Will it be 1? Will it be 2? Could it even be 3? Oh, we got 2. 2 different ones. So that's a good first start. So we just need 2 more. So let's continue on and find another one of these. We found one more. It also appears untouched. So let's see if we can get lucky and get the other 2 from here. Probably not. At this point is when you start having overlaps. But you never know. It'd be nice. Take the sky stone and these fluid blocks. Ooh, I'm out of food. I don't think I brought any with me. No food. No food. And we did get... So we got 2 of those. So we got 1 more of what we needed. So we just need to find 1 more. So I'm going to go grab us some food, and then we're going to get back on the hunt. We found 1 more. It does look untouched, so hopefully it has the last one in it that we need. But I just saw this little thing growling at me. That's kind of cool. Little Tasmanian devil. Oh, look at laying down. That's the cutest thing ever. I would love to capture one of those. Will it attack me? Or just... Oh, look at that. Oh, wait. All right. Enough sidetrack. Let's get busy. Let's get back to work. All right. Fingers crossed. Oh, I'm making you wait. I'm going to get all this flitz crystal first. Could it be? Maybe it is. And... Oh, we got the one we needed. We got all 4 now. So now we're going to head back to our base. And this one's got other stuff in it, but I don't need any of this other stuff. We're going to head back home and probably get ready to wrap this episode up. Now that we're back over at Starter Base, I just realized I have not showed you our stream updates that we've been working on over at Spawn. So we're going to take a quick moment to take a look at that. The first thing you'll notice is we've extended the nature area on the other side of our path. And it mirrors the other side, same trees and moss design. We've added a few buildings in front of the spawn structure. We're calling these starter homes. Not much to them. They're kind of a basic design of my starter home. So a bed, furnace, empty chest, and a crafting table. We stuck these cute little flower pots in between the buildings, and we extended the courtyard. On this other side, you'll see we've built like a warehouse next to the dock, which to me makes sense. We are testing this copper roof out, so let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. And we obviously put a little bit more work into this warehouse. We got some crates in here, some hay bales, some apple bins, just kind of make it look like, well, a warehouse. And that's pretty much all we've been working on. So if you haven't yet, definitely go check me out on Twitch. The info for that is in my YouTube about page. And we are been working on updating spawn. And once we're done with that, we'll move on to something else. And I'm usually joined by at least one of my friends during our streams. But I think for today, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I know today was a build focus episode, but it was needed. I've been putting off getting started on that. We are missing a block. Where did that go? I lost my train of thought. It was something about our new build. Well, all I can say is I'm excited that we're finally working on our mega base. I'm going to go replace that block, and then we're going to wrap this episode up. So before we end this episode, I just wanted to highlight that I did replace this block. And I noticed 2 more blocks missing right there. So this has happened a couple times. And the first time I just thought I missed a block building the building, which is not like me because I'm extremely OCD and I check everything. So there's been some blocks missing on this roof, over there, and I've been replacing them. And I'm not sure what's causing it. If you guys have noticed anything around my base that I have set up that would cause an issue with blocks disappearing, specifically dark oak blocks, let me know. I mean, I know we had the incident with the digital miner, but that is not an issue, and we haven't digitally mined nowhere near our base. And I did ask my friends if they were just messing with me because we have pranked one of them, but it was happening before then, and they both said it wasn't them. So I don't know what is causing blocks to disappear in my base. It is so odd. So odd. But let's go ahead and wrap this one up. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know I had a lot of fun putting our mega base structure together, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. If you did enjoy the episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe. This is Agro Ninja, and that's a wrap.